So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z, a Saiyan raised on Earth, Son Goku. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic style box when it comes to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line. So we do get the window right there on the front of the box, and on the window in white does say SH Figuarts Son Goku, Saiyan raised on Earth. On the right side we do get a few images of the figure. On the bottom we do get the warning blah 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 blah, Toei Animation, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then here is the bottom of the box with a cool image of the figure right there. And then here is the top of the box with another image of Goku doing the instant transmission. And then here is the one side of the box. And then the other side does have some more images of the figure looking pretty cool. Then the back of it does show a bunch of cool poses you can get the figure into along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure up and take a closer look at the 11th Goku figure in this Dragon Ball line. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and I think Tamashii Nations once again killed it with another Goku. Yeah, I would have liked more shading on it, but other than that, everything really turned out fantastic on this 2.0 normal version Goku, or Saiyan raised on Earth Goku. I think all the faces look great. This is the one that comes on the figure out of the packaging, the happy, smiling, or laughing type face, and the paint's nice and clean all throughout it, and the sculpt looks great on it as well. And the sculpt of the hair turned out really good too. Not sure if it's reused from either the original normal Goku or maybe the Super Saiyan God Goku, but the sculpt of it looks fantastic. So really great job all throughout the head there. The skin tone matches everywhere throughout, where you can see it on the upper torso, neck, face, and arms and hands. So that is definitely a big plus right there. The torso here turned out really good. We do get the symbol. Very nice paintwork on that right there. It looks like we have some subtle, very subtle shading, like on the creases or the wrinkles on his gi right here. So that is definitely cool. We get some beautiful sculpt all throughout it. Nice clean paintwork on the navy blue here. I like how we have a navy blue on the top for his undershirt, and then the blue for his belt, and his wristbands are lighter blue, which I believe is anime accurate, or it's kind of like a purplish type color, like when he goes Super Saiyan or something. So definitely cool looking with that. I do like the sculpted wrinkles on the blue shirt as well. I do have a little bit of blue paint around his collarbone, and then a little bit smudged on the arms right there. Same with on the shoulder. I know I didn't do that, so it was like that fresh out of packaging. Even a little bit on the bicep as well. The sleeves turned out pretty good too. Basic sleeves we usually get with the Goku figure, which is on a ball peg, so you can articulate that around there. So the back right there with the symbol, beautiful paint once again all throughout it. Nice sculpt and paintwork all throughout the back wherever there is paint. But I do like all the sculpted wrinkles and creases and everything on his gi right there. And then the belt, it is a separate piece, so you can swivel it around, and it is also on a peg, so you can swivel it as well. And we do get some nice sculpt work all throughout the belt on the knot and everything. And one thing I want to bring to attention is a lot of people saying the figure looks glossy or shiny. He really doesn't at all, man. It's just the plastic. A lot of people are complaining about that with the Majin Vegeta as well. The Majin Vegeta did have a bit of a shine to him, but it's not as bad as you guys think, especially with my 4 lights here. It's going to make it look worse than it does. It really does not have a hardcore glossy look to it. The figure, I think, looks fine. It's not as matte as the other figures, but it's really not glossy at all, to tell you the truth. Once you have it in hand, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then for the arms here, pretty much basic Goku arms. Some nice sculpt all throughout it. We do get the blue wristbands, which look pretty good. Nice clean paint on those. Then for the pants here, we do get some nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout it. And where the belt is tightened, I like how they did the sculpted wrinkles up there. It looks like it's tightened around his gi, so definitely big plus on that. But we do get some sculpted wrinkles all throughout the legs. Even on the pieces here, these like cup separate pieces on the upper thigh, they even added sculpted wrinkles on that, so that is definitely a big plus right there. Then we do get some very nice shading, mostly on the inner legs, which turned out really good around the knees and everything as well. And then the back here, get some more sculpted wrinkles on the upper thigh going down to the lower leg there. And then for his boots, very nice sculpt on it. We do get some sculpted wrinkles or creases where the red tie is going around it, so it looks like it's pulling on the boot, just like how the belt looks on his gi. And we get some nice clean paintwork where the yellow meets the blue there. Looks like they could have added a little more yellow paint on that. See how the line's thicker on that side compared to the other one. Really not that big of a deal, though. Nice clean paint on the red. We do get some nice sculpt on the red tie as well, and then the feet also turned out really good. And then we do get some orange treads on the bottom. So overall, for a $35 figure, I think they knocked it out of the park with the detail. And I don't think I could really be any more happy with how the paint and sculpt turned out. Maybe a little more shading would have looked good, but other than that, really fantastic upgrade or update for a new normal version Goku. But anyway, let's continue on. Alright, so let's do some quick head swapping, because I know a lot of you are curious which Goku heads you could pop on this figure here. So here he is switched with the Super Saiyan Awakened Warrior Goku, and the ball peg for the neck on the Awakened Goku is a tad bit bigger, so it is a bit of a loose fit on this Goku. So that does kind of suck, because I know a lot of people do want to make a Super Saiyan Goku with this body mold right here, which you can. It does fit on there, but it is a bit of a loose fit. So there he is with the Awakened Goku, and then here he is swapped with Goku Black, and both their ball pegs on their necks seem to be around the same size. I think Goku Black is a tad bit bigger because it is a little bit of a loose fit, but you can make that work as well. I don't know why you'd want to unless you're going to paint this hair yellow for Super Saiyan, and I do hope that Tamashii Nations does make an updated Super Saiyan Goku using this Super Saiyan hair sculpt. So there he is, head swapped with Goku Black, and then here he is head swapped with the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And the ball peg on Super Saiyan Blue Goku is a little bit bigger. That's why I don't fully have this Goku's head on there, but the Super Saiyan Blue Goku head fits really good on this new body. Like it's a perfect fit. It's not too loose or too tight, so that definitely works really well with this figure. So there was a head swap with Super Saiyan Blue, and then here he is head swapped with the manga version Super Saiyan Goku. And the ball peg on this Super Saiyan Goku is larger compared to this Goku here, so it really does not stay on this this ball joint right here, but you can make it work. It will stay if you leave it, but if you flip them upside down, it's definitely going to pop off. So there he is head swapped with the manga version Super Saiyan Goku. And then finally, here he is head swapped with the Super Saiyan God Goku. And the ball pegs on both their necks seem to be around the same size, but I believe the Super Saiyan God one is a little bigger. As you can see, it is a little loose on the new Goku body, but you can make it work if you really wanted to. But anyway, there's some quick head swaps. Let's continue on with this review. Moving on to the accessories, we get the basics when it comes to an SH Figuarts Goku or Dragon Ball figure. So we do get 4 alternate faces right there. And starting on the left, we do get the face that does come on the figure out of the packaging, and that is the smiling, happy, or laughing type Goku face. And like I said during the detail, they did do an excellent job with the paint and sculpt. Then we do get the basic DBZ or Dragon Ball type face right here. And once again, very nice job with the paint and sculpt all throughout it. Then we do get the angry teeth gritted face where he's looking off to the left. Great job with the detail. And then finally, we do get the yelling, screaming type face. And once again, great job with the paint and sculpt. And the way you swap out the faces is fairly simple. Just like with every other Goku figure or most Goku figures, you just pop the bangs off like so. You take the face, peg that in like so, then peg the hair back on. And then there you go, as simple as that to swap the faces. So we do get those 4 alternate faces. And then we finally get 8 alternate hands. So starting on the right, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging, and very nice sculpt detail all throughout all the hands. None of them are painted, they're just molded in the color of the plastic, and all the hands are very simple to swap out. So we do get a pair of fists, then we do get a pair of the martial art stance type hands, and pretty much every Goku figure comes with those. Then we do get a pair of Kamehameha hands, and then we do get a right karate chop hand, and then we do get a right instant transmission hand. If you have any other Goku figure, you can swap the hands with this Goku as well. The faces, I'm not sure if the other normal version Goku faces will fit on this Goku's head, because I don't have those figures. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with this Goku. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of everyone's favorite Saiyan, well, most people's, to the very top of his head, it looks like he's a little bit over 5.5 inches tall. Then to the top of his hair, he's almost 6 inches and 1/4 inch tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts manga version Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and Goku Black. It's a lot of Gokus. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Kid Goku, Krillin, Battle Damage Gohan, Yamcha, Tien, and the San Diego Comic-Con Piccolo. And then here he is compared to a bunch of the other SH Figuarts, Dragon Ball Z, and Super figures. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles Sub-Zero, the SH Figuarts Sage Mode Naruto, the Figma Deadpool, and the Marvel Legends Cable. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Infinity War Captain America, the Injustice Superman, the Infinity War Thanos, and Gladiator Hulk. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and we do get the basic Goku type of movement with this new Goku here, and we do get some very nice articulation with the figure. So we do have 2 points at the neck here. The upper neck joint is on a ball hinge, so you can have Goku look up a tiny bit. It does look down pretty good with the upper neck there, then really not too much pivot, but if you take the ball hinge and make it go side to side, you get more pivot out of the upper neck. Then we do get swivel there. The lower neck joint really doesn't go back much, really doesn't go forward and back too much, but combining both joints, you can get Goku to look down a really good amount. And then both joints, he does look up decently. We do get a little bit of pivot there, and then it swivels as well, so pretty good movement at both the neck joints. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso, right around the abdomen here, and you can shift the joint up and down. As you see, I did have it shifted up, I just pushed it down, but you see you can shift it up so you do get more forward and back movement out of the torso. Same with pivot, so he does crunch forward pretty good, goes back decently. Very nice pivot actually at the torso, and then of course it does swivel. Now for the waist here, very minimal forward and back movement, same with the pivot, but it does have pretty good swivel there. So with both joints, crunches forward alright, and goes back decently. Now the sleeves are on a ball peg that's pegged into the back of the shoulder right there, so you can move those around a bit. And we do have a butterfly joint there. You can't really get his arms to crisscross, but you can make it so you can get him in a Kamehameha. I wish we had a little bit more movement with that butterfly joint there. I wish it went out a little bit more so you can crisscross his arms. We do have a pretty good circular motion out of the shoulder, as you can see right there. Then the arms do go out to the sides a little less than 90 degrees, but if you turn the joint around, you could have them go all the way up, as you can see right there, and they do go up and down. We do have bicep swivel and double jointed elbows that bend in all the way. Then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, oh yeah, the belt can swivel right here. Now for the legs, we do have the updated leg articulation here, and Goku can kick forward about 90 degrees. It can go out more, but the leg will start kicking out to the side, as you can see there. It goes to the back about 90 degrees, and then Goku, I'm pretty sure he can almost Jean-Claude Van Damme it. He almost can, just shy of 90 degrees, so definitely good leg articulation. Then we do get the upper thigh swivel. We do have the double jointed knees that bend back all the way. Then for the ankles here, they do swivel. They hinge up a pretty good amount, hinge down decently, and then we do get some very nice ankle pivot, and then of course a toe hinge. The ankle joints on mine have a looseness to it. It's not like extremely loose, but they're not as tight as they usually are, which kind of scares me a bit because I feel like they might get loose and loose over time. But overall, this Goku does have the basic SH Figuarts Goku articulation, and you're going to be able to get him into pretty much any type of awesome Goku-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts, a Saiyan Raised on Earth 2.0 Son Goku. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it a perfect 10. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did have this one imported from Japan, but my buddy from Agelessgeeks will be getting this in stock in about a month once it hits the US. I do have 2 pre-ordered with him myself, so you can head over to Agelessgeeks.com, or I would recommend going through their Instagram or their Facebook group. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. do get the window right there in the front of the box. And the window. Damn it! Damn it! On the right side, we do get a few images of the figure. On the bottom, we do get the warning. Blah 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 blah. So we get. Let's get this figure. Damn it. The SH Figuarts Infinity War Captain America, almost said Infinity War Superman, even though he should have been in it to help out the Avengers. The Infinity War Thanos and the Choo. The SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the almost said Marvel Legends. Damn it! As long as you don't flip the figure upside down, so there is he. There is he. What the heck? The manga version Super Saiyan Goku, and this Super Saiyan... that is him compared with the manga, or... Damn you, you bastard.